Hello, Internet. And today, we're going to talk about my book buying habit. If it's not in the frame, there is a giant pile of books over here that I just bought today. And I'm going to tell you all about them. Now, as you know, for all of my book hauls, I'm not very good at reading synopsises. I kind of have to read the book for myself to really know what's going on in the book. So when I do book hauls, I just give you a little short something that I understand about the book, and whether or not I'm right, that doesn't really matter. I'm just here to show you that I am very poor because I buy too many books. Let's get into it. So our first of 5 here is the whole Percy Jackson and the Olympians series. So I have read this before, read it in middle school, however I didn't own it and I've been wanting to reread it so then I can read the Lost Hero arc, and then I can read the Mundungus Chase arc, and then I can read the Apollo arc. There are too many books, so I need to start from the beginning, so I bought myself a set. We have M.M. Vaughan's The Ability. So as far as I'm aware, this is about a young boy who gets accepted into this special kids school where like people here have powers, and he happens to be able to enter other people's minds, I guess like sort of a mind reader thing. And there are 2 twins that go at the school that are the kids of maybe the headmistress, and she has like some evil revenge plan and he has to stop her. Sin Eater's Daughter by Melinda Salisbury. This girl's skin is poisoned, so she literally can't touch anyone ever. It kind of sounds like a rogue thing, but I don't really understand the benefits other than you can murder everyone around you by touching them. That's kind of a benefit, okay? Like a poison frog. So this is Peter Nimble and His Fantastic Eyes by Jonathan Oxler, and it is about a blind child who, when going around, he finds a box and there's a magical pair of eyes in them, and I guess he can suddenly see through them or something. I'm not quite sure, and I'm pretty sure the kid's an orphan because that's something that you need every book to start with. I always wondered about that. Why are all kids' books, all of the children orphans? Is this like a secret message that we don't want adults in this world? Girl on a Wire by Gwendolyn Bond. So this is like a circusy book. Our main character is a tightrope walker and she's trying to prove that she's really good at her job. I'm not quite sure, I just grabbed it because it said circus, and after reading The Night Circus and actually enjoying the idea of a circus and my first dream wanting to be a tightrope walker, I figured I'd get it. The Surgers by Julian R. Volka. And this is about a young boy who gets accepted into this school for people who can draw energy out of electrical appliances, but he can't, so he's kind of curious why he got accepted into the school in the first place. Also by Julian R. Volka, Running from the Lions. Not sure what it is, but it's some sci-fi thing, so that's interesting. Samantha Shannon's Bone Season. I literally don't know what this is about, but I've seen it on BookTube a lot and it looks pretty, so I figured I'd spend money on it. The Nightsiders, The Orphan Army by Jonathan Marbury. This is like this weird, they live on this weird planet that's overrun by like these monstrous bugs. It's like a really creepy, you gotta try to survive. It just might be an extreme version of Australia type Earth. And this kid and the kids he's with, they're trying to live through life and survive without parents, because apparently being an orphan is a very popular thing. Sidekick by Jonathan David Anderson. This is about a boy who gets into this like hero league and he is a sidekick, and he is very sensitive to everything around him because he has extreme senses. Everything of his senses are very heightened, so he's very sensitive to the world around him. And he's just trying to navigate through being a sidekick while also having like this awesome best friend who can toss cars because she's cool, and yeah, just superhero stuff, and always up for that. Outside of Unrequited by Becky Albertalli. I'm sure you guys have all seen this. It is about a girl who has a bunch of crushes, and now she's gonna try to have to deal with her lack of commitment to trying to get a relationship. And this one actually has a little book plate. I know, I checked. It's pretty cool, you know? I'm really not like crazy, like I don't need to have the author's autograph, but I'm always kind of a little proud when I find ones that have the author's autograph, you know. Fish in a Tree by Linda Molly Hunt. This one I found really interesting because it's about a girl who, she doesn't have traditional learning styles, so she is the fish in the tree. She's actually very, very smart, but people tend to think that she's stupid because she doesn't understand things the way everyone else does, so it has to do with her and her trying to deal with the educational system and trying to figure out a way for her to actually benefit when they only teach for one specific type of student. In the Sea, There Are Crocodiles by Fabio Genda. This is a book where a young boy is left behind by his mother after she tells him 3 rules of life, and then she leaves to go back to Afghanistan where she left the younger children. So now he has to figure out how to survive by himself in Pakistan, and I'm sure there's like a lot of turmoil and stuff that he has to deal with, and that sort of race relations, all these issues, and it's just about this young boy and him just trying to survive. The Emperor's Riddle by Kat Zhang. This is about a young girl named Mia, and she ends up going with her family to visit relatives in China. So when they're there, her aunt goes missing, and then she finds like this map that has this riddle, and now she has to find this treasure or something. So it's just like a little treasure hunt, scavenger, adventure thing, I believe, set in China. Newt's Emerald by Garth Nix. I'm actually really excited about this. I've never read Garth Nix before, even though I knew she's fairly popular with her like Save Burial series. Anyway, this one is about a girl who is supposed to inherit the emerald to her kingdom that has magic. It gets stolen, so she believes, you know what? You are going to dress up like a man and go find it. Plus, the princess's name is Newt. And that is fairly fantastic because all I could think was of Newt Scamander, and I was like, psh, you gotta be awesome then. Karen Memory by Elizabeth Bear. This one's kind of confusing. I'm not quite sure what's going on, but I think a bunch of people are getting murdered or taken or something detectively's going on, and there is a girl who works at like this hotel, and she has to help the detectives or something. You know, just a bunch of suspicious stuff. Daughter of the Pirate King by Tricia Levenseller. I'm pretty sure I said that wrong. It's about pirates. That's all I got. Derek Landy's Skullduggery Pleasant. And this is the first book, and I have the second book, Playing with Fire. So these books here are apparently about this super awesome skeleton detective and this 12-year-old kid that he takes care of. And he's a good guy. It just sounded like creepy and really good at the same time. And I was a big fan of Grimm's Adventures of Billy and Mandy, so, you know, skeletons matter. Skeletons should be treated like equal citizens too. They're not always the bad guys. Come on guys, get with the times. The last book I have here is Ember in the Ashes by Sabia Tier, and I have, again, no idea what this is about. I've just seen it a lot on the booktube, and then I was like, it looks pretty, so it must be cool. And it just follows like this boy and girl, and maybe somebody gets burned because the title has Ember in it. See, this is why you don't trust me to tell you what a book's about if I haven't read it yet. It is the worst cursed half, I'm telling you. I never know what a book is truly about until I read it. These were all the books that I bought in July. and I hope that you liked any of them, I guess. I don't know. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I know my book hauls really aren't traditional and I'm not really good at them, but I still like telling you guys what kind of books that I buy so that you guys have like some sort of idea of what book opinions you could expect. Plus I like to brag about my new babies. Who doesn't like to brag about their children, you know? So click all the buttons down below if you actually do enjoy this weirdness that I constantly do that not even I understand sometimes. And goodbye, internet.